exactly 3 p.m. here in Cairo. It's time for Panorama News, where we bring you the latest in politics, economics, and sports. I'm Rana Qassas. I'll be with you in the political segment. Please stay tuned. Egypt contacts all parties to settle the executive procedures for implementing the truce agreement. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi receives a phone call from U.S. President Joe Biden. National Election Authority concludes the necessary preparations for the presidential elections abroad. Welcome back. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi received on Wednesday a phone call from U.S. President Joe Biden. President al-Sisi stressed that efforts to reach Gaza truce come within the framework of the Egyptian keenness to achieve stability in the region, build on the current truce to reach a permanent ceasefire in the Gaza Strip and deliver humanitarian aid to the Strip. For his part, the U.S. President thanked President al-Sisi for the Egyptian role in mediation to reach a truce in Gaza. Biden also praised the Egyptian efforts to boost regional security and stability. Biden also stressed the U.S. rejection of forced displacement of Palestinians from Gaza to the Egyptian territories. Two leaders agreed to continue coordination and consultation to benefit from the current truce to boost the security and stability in the region. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and Jordan's King Abdullah II held summit talks in Cairo on Wednesday. The two leaders discussed the latest developments in Gaza in light of the latest humanitarian truce being reached between Hamas and Israel, which is aimed at exchanging hostages and prisoners between the two sides. Two leaders welcomed the humanitarian truce, which has been mediated by Egypt, Qatar, and the United States. President Sisi and King Abdullah II also reviewed ways to reach a permanent ceasefire, as well as entering to the aid to the Gaza Strip. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi delivered a speech via video conference at the virtual G20 summit on Wednesday. In his speech to the summit, President Sisi stressed the necessity to promote and reform the international economic and financial system, including initiating vital financial mechanisms and maximizing the benefits from the upcoming mechanisms. President Sisi also stressed the importance of reforming policies and practices by multilateral development banks in order to enhance its ability to provide finance according to priorities of developing nations. Presidents also pointed out the significance of containing the problem of growing sovereign debts of developing nations, including middle-income ones. There, Ashwan head to the State Information Service started the Egyptian communication and consultations stated that Egyptian communications and consultations are continuing with all parties regarding the truce agreed upon to take effect in the Gaza Strip. Rashwan explained that what's currently being consulted on are the detailed executive procedures required to be implemented and adhered to be by both parties to the truce agreement. The head of State Information Services confirmed that it is expected, according to the course of these Egyptian consultations, that the truce with all its conditions will enter into force on Friday. Israel and Hamas announced a deal on Wednesday allowing at least 50 hostages and scores of Palestinian prisoners to be freed while offering besieged Gaza residents a 4-day truce after weeks of all-out war. In the first major diplomatic breakthrough in the war, Palestinian fighters were released during a 4-day truce. 50 women and children captured during their October 7th raids. The details of the following report.
Israel and Hamas announced a deal on Wednesday allowing at least 50 hostages and scores of Palestinian prisoners to be freed, while offering besieged Gaza residents a 4-day truce after weeks of all-out war. In the first major diplomatic breakthrough in the war, Palestinian side were released during a 4-day truce. 50 women and children captured during their October 7th raids. After weeks of Egyptian-Qatari brokered negotiations, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's cabinet approved the truce accord Wednesday after a near all-night meeting in which he told ministers this was a difficult decision, but it's a right decision. The Israeli cabinet sign-off was one of the last